So this is going to be super interesting. Don't know how it's going to go. Just sort of jump on and do a little bit of streaming for Star Trek Resurgent. Massive Star Trek fan,
Captain's log, stardate
and I should shush.
57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am.
From what I've heard, this is very like episodic and kind of like you're watching a Star Trek episode. So
Fortunately, nothing
I
ever
love Star
stays
Trek.
the
See how we
same.
go.
It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Ion storm. Something. Hold on to your butts. Ooh.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
No problem.
You like games like with quick time events and all that kind of stuff.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles?
Should I play
Are
as
the
a bitch?
worst.
Should I? And yet you joined Starfleet?
You don't like flying. And yet, you joined Starfleet.
There's a reason I'm not a pilot.
You should try it sometime.
I'm so gonna play this as like an evil kind of character.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm
Oh
on
my,
my way
by
to my
streaming.
first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
God, I miss Star Trek Voyager. Apparently it just had the 30th anniversary. Made me feel old. It's so pretty. New job station. So this must be like the first kind of episode name, I'm guessing. Never played this before, but heard good things about it. Again, add security. Use L to move. Yep. Basic controls. I'm in livery. Don't know what that's going to tell me, except for
Starbase
its
on the
livery.
very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
Yep. Alright, who do we have here?
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20.
Good for you.
Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy.
So only top 20.
So,
To continue that theme
there's
of the
that.
movie.
Only top 20, huh? So I guess there's room for improvement.
Well, it's really, really hard.
So I've heard.
Like Captain Catherine Janeway leaving. I don't think she's in this though, but
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
alright, oh, okay. Jara Rydek?
Wait, you're Jara Rydek?
Sure am.
Absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You
Of
finished in
course.
what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander.
It should be.
Sorry, I didn't realize before.
I'll do it now,
just
you know.
came
It
off
sounds
the
a bit
shuttle and was
like cheek.
glad to be on solid ground.
Well, now you know. Keep your eyes and ears open and you might pick up on things.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
Buddy.
See you on the Resolute.
Okay. Line Commander Ermot. I don't have my glasses on. Ermot. Following around this, I guess. Can I run? Yep. Okay.
Good day,
Oh,
Commander.
good day. Let's all run.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermot is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Thank you for that clarification. Oh, back corner. Why can't you just push through? I do hate it when games have like like invisible walls and all that kind of stuff, but
Excuse me.
are you the commander?
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek.
Why, thank you.
I'm Commander Jan Ermot, Operations Officer on the Resolute.
Meet
Commander.
you.
I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here.
Nope.
This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now.
I can take it.
I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It takes more than a little turbulence to rattle me.
I'm
I
sure
bet it
that's the
does.
case. We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all.
What have you heard? I need to know the tea.
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer, Chief of Security on the U.S.S. Endeavor.
You've done your homework.
Like I said, we're very lucky.
So pretty.
The U.S.S. Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It's pretty
It
good
was
after
an
all that.
Accident?
The equipment malfunctioned. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle.
Loop.
Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew.
That would have been a bit awkward.
At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other.
To have lost so many lives.
Such a high price.
That's a high price to pay.
Too high by any estimation. But there's nothing that can be done about it now except get back to work.
Onwards and upwards.
And make sure it never happens again.
As long as you learn from your mistakes, that's the main thing.
I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time. And I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first.
Get over
Until
that.
they
Yep.
come to value
A
your
bit stern.
contributions as much as he does.
All due respect to anyone that feels that way. They're gonna have to get over it. I'm here, and I have a job to do.
Do what I
just like
say.
anyone else.
That's true, but I wouldn't say it like that.
Oh,
Starfleet
I'll do
is
it how
assigned
I
us a
want to, thank
high-priority
you.
mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
LS move upwards. Yep. Hello. That doesn't look good.
Stuck.
Like his haircut.
I got just the thing.
I'm getting one this week. Thank goodness. Oh, I don't know. Find the plasma torch. Nope. Plasma torch. Yep. Alright. Vaporize. Oh, what have we got to do here? RS, okay, and hold it in place. Got it. Vaporize. RS, hold it in place. And down, RS, and vaporize. Yay, smile. Hold R2. Oh, okay, 12. Sorry if the sound from the controller's a bit close to the microphone. That's kind of what I'm wanting to get out of this kind of stream, is just to kind of test like how I actually play well. Yeah, streaming and just, you know, what I forget. That I've got to consider and all that.
Is that?
Yoo-hoo. Shuttle bays, lower decks. I did try watching that season. Lower decks, the cartoon, I think it is.
I thought the thing was totally
Wasn't a fan.
Nice work, Carter.
You're most welcome.
Nothing
Thank
to
you.
it, Neely.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
On my way. Follow Edsila to engineering. Can we run? Yep. Any of that is, but I'm gonna go through. That's the thing with these games. If you don't kind of look at everything and speak to everyone, then you kind of miss out on high vital bits of information. So I feel like that's gonna come to bite me in the butt a bit later. Alright, we're in the turbo lift and
Engineering.
thank you.
I heard the new XO just arrived.
Sure
Won't
did.
be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovok called us down for, it's something good.
We
I
can
can
find
never
out.
tell with him. I'd rather not end up
Orders
gouging
from
plasma
orders. Not up for
manifolds.
it. We can handle
Being
anything.
upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
So for all the lower
Your
decks
options
characters, I'm going to play it as very like optimistic, and then for the captain, I'm going to play like super, or first officer, I'm going to play like super bitchy and stern. See how we go with that.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Ed Salar,
Bitchy officers.
Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you.
Yes, yes.
A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edsalar on repeated occasions.
I'm going to do a bit of sucking up there.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many
Should I
systems
be, like,
have been affected by
nervous
the
and stuff?
wide
Yeah,
band of
be
emissive
nervous.
activity.
Commander, if this energy storm is causing problems here at Space Dock, what does that say about what we're gonna find when we head out there for real? Shouldn't we let this storm pass?
Long-range sensors show that conditions will indeed be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. Thusly, we are taking all necessary precautions. You have your orders.
I've been told.
Do not delay.
All right.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak.
Tuvok?
All
Tuvok?
hands
Or
on
Tuvok?
deck.
I miss Tuvok.
Oh,
Voyager.
what's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovok said.
Oh, Tuvok.
You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm ball at it.
Hello.
And they're going to leave on schedule.
Say hi.
Consequences.
Thank you so much for saying hello. Just giving it a go. I think this is all episodic. Oh, what am I doing? Ugh. Okay, there we go.
It all comes down to us, Nelly.
Yeah, just gonna see how it kind of goes and just what I forget as I kind of play, and you know, as I kind of put the controller near the microphone and gotta not do that and things like that. So thanks for saying hi.
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement.
Give them a chance. They better be ready. I have my doubts. We'll give them a chance. Again, playing it very optimistic.
Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship.
Oh yay.
Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Trying to go through settings with
Yeah,
Twitch and
you're
all
right.
that kind of stuff is like,
I guess
ugh.
getting
Spent
a
all
little
night
more
last
blood on
night trying to
board
figure it
doesn't
out.
hurt. Hold on. Now there's an
Ooh.
old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey,
Janeway.
Miranda.
Oh, not Janeway.
Were you?
Totally is a mission.
You're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
And the trouble is, it's like,
Transfer came in at the last
you know, I was
minute,
having trouble with
so
the microphones
figured I'd
and
slum it on
headphones and all
the
that kind of stuff
walls.
last night, and
Looks like you got her back
you know, I
together
fixed
pretty
it, and
nice
then, you know,
I
like
wasn't
about an
sure
hour
what to
later, then
expect.
for some reason it was unfixed, and yeah, could not figure it out. Welcome aboard.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of
And I probably
Soylent
shouldn't be
Green.
eating Chubba Chubs while streaming
Don't
either,
think I
but you know what?
forgot.
I like Chubba
Oh
Chubs.
yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome.
Bring it on.
As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Thank you so much. There probably will be like lots of questions on the way. I think I've got alerts set up, but who knows?
Nice.
Main mission is just like,
Are you
yeah,
back in the security rotation?
getting audio, visual, and all that kind of stuff to work first, and
Whoa.
confidence as well. Thank
Good to
you.
go. See you on the other side.
I want to call it Janeway. Like seriously,
Activating
she looks like
magnetic
Janeway.
souls.
Thank you. Oh, where am I? Magnetic boots. Let's do it. You need to do it. Thank you. Enjoy the meeting. Alright, let's move forward. Oh, oh, oh. Take my hand.
Have you never gets old.
Let's go.
Ooh. Love how it's even got like the, you know, epic score that's happening in the background as well. Really is like, yeah, like you're kind of watching an episode. I miss classic Star Trek. Okay, so throughout this game you kind of flip between like, yeah, being first officer and being on the lower decks as well.
Captain
Kinda
Solano
cool.
should be here momentarily.
Alrighty. Oh,
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad
Apparently.
things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's
Thank-
no risk of running out.
thank goodness.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Oh, I wish we did have like replicators nowadays. Replicator. Coffee, black.
Just a sip of something.
Yep, coffee, please.
Coffee. Perfect temperature. Don't know how they do it.
Really need replicators.
Jara Rydek.
Good way to do the dishes is like it just
Last time I
unreplicates.
saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you
So
were
did.
burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
I have so much
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship.
I'm gonna play
deserves
bitchy.
a
I
bit of
hope for
fanfare.
more. No, wrong button, Steve.
Totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient.
Yep.
I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage.
And
Not
you lost
nearly
all
as
your
much as the
crew.
crew.
I assume you mean the accident.
That's right. The tragic accident, really. We were on the verge of a major
Love
scientific
his
breakthrough.
mustache.
A quantum leap forward in
Thinking
warp
about
core
getting a
technology.
mustache.
10,000
Yeah,
terabytes
haircut
per
later
second.
this week and
The ability to travel at a sustained
Trim back
rate
the
of
beard.
speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career? Right there, within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system,
whoopsie.
creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle.
Well, someone shouldn't have done that.
It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility.
Well, you should.
It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
Move on.
You have to look to the future. You can't dwell on the past, on things you can't change.
There's nothing that can be done about it now. In my defense, I will say I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence.
Well,
I don't want you to
shouldn't.
pony punch.
Should have actually had a better relationship
Certainly
with them,
not on my
huh?
account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission.
We can do it.
Anything short of that, just
If they don't, you can rely on me. The final decision
and
is
that's when
yours.
things start to go sideways.
This is your ship, and you are the captain. So as far as I'm concerned, whatever you say, goes.
That's the kind of support I'm looking for.
Until I don't agree with you.
I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here.
Yep, and I'm gonna take your job.
We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority.
Okay, sounds
Escorting
important.
a senior diplomat to Hotari space. 2 previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified.
We're gonna be kind of negotiators, I
This
guess.
ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hatari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater.
We really need a
But the
powerful
diplomat will
diplomat.
brief us on the details at the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst.
Alrighty,
There's
we
just
can
one
do
more
that.
thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying,
Sooner
you
the
have my
better.
full support.
Hopefully that day comes sooner rather than later.
Pace yourself. Like I said, when it happens is entirely up to you. But first, you have to be willing to put in the work.
Of course.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Righty. Come on, crew. Do we go down and see the lower decks people yet, or people on the bridge, I guess? The bridge.
Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman.
Hello,
Best
Handar.
in the business. One of. Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer.
You nerd.
Rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is
Hello.
such an
Get
honor
out of my
to meet you.
face.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time,
Welcome.
and
Get
I look forward to
uncomfortable.
learning as much as I can from you.
Oh, that's very kind. You've heard of me. Do that.
You've heard of me?
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that.
I've
So,
tried.
you've been something of
Flat
an
out by
inspiration to
enough
me.
about me.
Not
Be
that I've
stern,
done
be
anything
stern.
close to what you've done.
So it goes against my
That's
character,
very kind
but
of you to say, but
I'm not her.
enough about me. We have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes, of course.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont.
Louis.
Please do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous.
Alrighty, let's do it.
The bridge is yours.
Yay! Sit in the captain's chair when ready. So I guess I could either like go around and talk to people, but you know, that's one way to kind of earn trust with people, but you know what? Not gonna. I just have to follow my lead.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field.
Well, do
He
it.
sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Alright.
Permission granted.
Make it so.
Lowering structural integrity field now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
The storm is getting worse.
Uh-oh.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
Alrighty, so LS. We're gonna walk very slowly through open space. Can we run? No. Wonder what that
Every
would
time
actually
we're out here, I half
feel like.
expect to see her in pieces again.
In space walks.
She's still
but,
got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
well,
On the outside.
completely out of town now.
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all.
And more than that,
But
of course I
it's
do.
still
I've
a
got no
machine.
complaints.
A massive.
He's going to be
massive
optimistic, so he's
machine.
going to be more than that.
I am more than that. And so are you. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the SIF emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Let's see what we have to do here. Alright, LS, R2. Alright, what little cutscenes do we have to do? LS again. Alright, what do we need? That one? Calibration tool?
Beginning recalibration.
Line the SIF. Turn nodes to the center. Turn nodes to center the circular indicators. Alright. Move. Turn. Alright. Yep. Cool.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
No. Now we have a flashy red light. Does that... That's bad, I think. In any language, in any...
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief
Any
Science
race or
Officer.
whatever. I read flashy light.
My
It's not
name
good.
and my rank. Impressive. Yes, I am the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge.
Well,
I know this ship inside and out.
someone's got a bit of attitude.
Better than just about anyone.
Alright, so we're gonna go, so you're useful.
Well, I'm so glad
Let's
you
shut
said
him
that.
down.
Now I know exactly who to turn to when I have questions.
Questions are more Commander Ermot's territory. Captain Solano primarily relies on my knowledge and expertise when he
Ooh.
needs answers.
On his high horse a little
I'm
bit.
curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case,
Oof.
is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all.
I feel like he's
But
gonna
if,
be
as an
like
example,
problematic
we
soon.
found ourselves in a hostile
at some point.
situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then?
Bit jealous for not getting first officer.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted,
Where's
that
the
would be
slap
worst
button?
case scenario.
I've never been a
But
problem. The
not
captain
outside the realm
understands.
of
Thanks for your
possibility.
concern. We'll do that.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being.
Bit
But
sarcastic.
you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned, just curious, that's all.
Oh, what a little shite.
Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I
Sure.
see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew.
Well,
And
I can never
he
feel
was
this
one
you.
of my
Try getting
closest
to know me.
friends.
Do you have a problem? Yep.
So I can
Let's
only
do that.
hope
Let's
that
shut
you'll
him
live up
down.
to expectations.
Mr. Westbrook, if you have some kind of problem with me, and you just met me so it has nothing to do with me, you're gonna have to figure out how to get over it. Because I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere.
That's it.
Do you read me?
Loud and clear.
Good.
I'll stick to science.
Get in your
That is what
place.
this ship is for.
Very well.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn
Oh, you
more
got the
about
red
its
flashy
powers,
light.
its
That's not
nature,
good.
we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
Oh, I could have told you that.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound. On
Uh-oh.
screen.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy.
Excellent.
Like a tsunami.
I'm reading
Oh,
power
okay,
anchor.
red alert. Let's do that.
Red alert!
Aye.
I wonder if I didn't hit it, like what would happen? Would I die?
Evacuating main
retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted.
What are we gonna
We have
do?
limited protection.
We've got
I
two
have
people
every
out there
available
too.
solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
Got those lower
There's a
decks,
better
people.
way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire
Uh-oh.
shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave.
I reckon that's a good,
You have to believe me.
approach.
We only get one shot at this. We can't
Deflector
afford to get it
plus.
wrong.
Yeah, I'll do the
That's
deflector one
right.
because it's coming
Why? We need
towards
to
me.
send
So
power
hopefully,
to our shields.
Commander
hopefully it
Westbrook,
takes on.
use the deflector dish.
Already working
Yeah,
on
it takes it head on.
Optimal timing displayed. It's going to be tight.
Good. Send the pulse on my command.
Got those two people out there.
Now.
Oh. Ah, damn it. Okay, that kind of sucked. All right, let me go retry in story mode. No, let's just do retry.
Commander Westbrook,
All right,
use
one more
the
time.
deflector dish.
Already working on it. Optimal timing displayed. It's going to be tight.
Good. Send the pulse on my command.
Well, I thought my command was when kind of did it. All right, in the red. Let's do that there. I wasn't watching. I just saw the R2 and hit the button.
This is it.
Yay.
All hands, brace for impact.
At least you don't start back like too far.
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Basically, I'll just follow the on-screen prompts. See how we go.
We've reached the first access point.
All right, what do we need to do?
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Override the EPS failsafe, so LS and R2. All right, what do I need to do?
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core
Failsafe
shutdown.
override. Pull that out. Interlock, I guess. I'm not sure what order we need to do this in, but if it actually matters, but... Ooh,
Failsafe override engaged.
yay.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
I
We
think.
need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Alright. What do I need to do? So we've got to take this out, turn it around. No, put it in the other slot. Routing, yep, cool. Oh, the other one as well. Goes in here. Override.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Alright.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us.
Hate it when the
I'm gonna try to
Got
disrupt it with my
coalesce.
phaser.
I did not say that. Equip the phaser, use L2 to aim, and R2 to fire. Alright, can we... Yep. Oh, I did that.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but you know.
Howdy, let's go. Use your phaser to clear the path. Alright, so these little green things we've got to take out. I feel like classic Star Trek phasers are very much like, you know, they're in a world of its own, like they're not like normal guns or anything like that. They're just kind of, you know, point and, no, it sounds weird, but like point and shoot it, I don't know. It's just got like a different different vibe to it compared to like pew 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 gun kind of guns. Oh, watch out. Oh, where'd you come from? Go away. Oh, oh, pew pew pew. Ah, go away. Why aren't you doing anything? You're just kind of standing there. You have a phaser? Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Yes, well.
Right?
Yeah. Suit took most of it. Snuck up on me.
You damaged your suit. Energy density is down to 60%.
Pew 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 pew.
We're almost to the regulator.
Here we go. Did I get him? No, still more. To say that was a bit of a kind of slow gameplay part.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
And now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little
Right.
time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
LS and R2. Alright, what little puzzle do we have to do now? LS, R2. Down, I guess? No, pull it across. Ah, yep. And LS. And LS.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Alright, what do we do now? Alright, so R move, grab control, adjust control, move it that way. Is that right? I feel like it should kind of click. There? Oh, okay, we've got to even them up with the wavelengths. Gotcha. That side. Nope. Can I move these ones? Is that right?
The
Yep.
EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot can...
Oh. Something's happening. That doesn't sound good. Uh-oh. Alright. What are quick time events? Oh, else.
Gears to bridge.
Got it.
Just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too.
What's all happening?
The EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem.
Oh, don't know what to do.
The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now.
Oh, do we?
The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
Crew is out there. Might be stern, but I don't want to leave them
We
behind.
have people on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And
Alright.
repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go
The
ahead.
choice gonna be.
Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Yeah, I feel like I want to kind of,
Jara?
yeah,
Captain,
follow the other
you
guy.
brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
Yes.
You better be sure you make the right decision.
It'll be on me. I'll own it.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There
Alright.
is
Reverse
protocol.
polarity.
And there are lives.
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
Whereas the science dude's probably going to be like happy that I followed his advice this time, but let's see how we go with
Repair
these
crew,
two.
this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Alright, we got this. All happening now. Oh, LS.
7, 6, 5,
R2. Oh,
4,
oh,
3,
oh, oh, oh.
2, 1.
Got it.
Mark!
Just in the nick of time.
Grab my hand.
R2. Yep.
I got you.
Yay, but who's got you? Plasma level
Plasma
is
imbalance is reaching critical condition.
not good.
We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Alright, what are we doing now? So we're doing LS. Oh, back up again. Up. Up, 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 up. Come on. What are you doing? 2 hands, LS and R2? Yep. Got it. Got it. Come on. What? I was pushing that. Again? Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, I got that. Thank you. Alright, LS, RS to thumbsticks pushing up. We got this. Teamwork makes the dream work. Sounded like a good sign, I think. No explosions.
Look out!
Oh, oh. Well, that hurt.
I got you. Petty Officer Etzelar's hurt and unconscious.
Oh, Ensalon. Come on,
Gonna have
flip.
to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr.
Alright,
Diaz,
let's do
the
it.
situation has changed.
Oh,
You
what?
are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull.
No, just let me in. Please.
Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon.
Alright, fire
You
into
must
the
bring Miss
pylon.
Edselar there to access the interior.
Don't need to use my
Roger
phaser
that.
again, do I?
Go in
Didn't
there
like
now.
that gameplay. Oh. Alright. Go now? Yep. Walkie, walkie, walk. Alright, I'm walking. Hanging behind me, doing nothing. I wonder if having like, yeah, towing someone like that makes it actually heavier to walk or not. Like, I don't know how gravity works
I'm
in
at the
space.
auxiliary hatch.
Hello. Get us in the hatch, get us in the hatch. Oh, LS. Wait. Quick,
You go
quick, quick,
first.
quick, quick.
What?
Let me save your neck this time.
Alright, you insist.
No time to fight me on this.
Alright.
Get in there.
Alright, alright.
You better be right behind me.
I didn't just kind of like rescue her for nothing, did I? Didn't see. Oh. No. Oh, poor lady. Did you die? Trophy end. But, I wonder if you can make her survive, like, through the other options. I don't know. That's what I love about, like,
We're in.
choose your own adventure kind of games.
They're safe, bringing
Yay.
the Civ fully online.
Do it.
That was such a Janeway thing. No, Janeway? Yes, no, Janeway. Yay! See, Captain, should have trusted me, and I was right. For the price of duty.
Carter!
I'm okay. I'm okay. But it's a lot.
Here, let me help you.
Good. Hi.
Medical. We've got one wounded at my location. Millie.
Oh, man.
But we rescued you.
We'll see you at sickbay.
Sure will. Gonna have some answering to do with Mr. Captain Man
The
now.
repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time.
Yay.
As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear.
No harm, no foul.
Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Am I gonna get in trouble? Oh, arms are crossed. Good. What?
You disobeyed
Oh.
my orders.
I shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry. It was the right decision. Let's do an I'm sorry, because I feel like
I'm
you
sorry for that,
might
Captain.
appreciate
I
it.
did what I thought was...
Disobeyed my
Oh,
orders.
or not.
And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom.
Won't happen again.
Bridge to lower decks.
Didn't have the facts. You didn't have the facts.
Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order. But you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. Listen to me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are. And, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either.
See?
You never really know if you weren't in those shoes.
I get the whole thing about like
So,
following orders and all
boil
that
it
kind of
down
stuff,
to
but when you kind of know that
did
you're
what you had
absolutely
to.
right,
That'll have to be good enough for me.
thank you for my understanding.
Thank you for understanding,
I
sir.
won't be stern
I'm sure
with him,
no
but
one
I'll be
knows
stern with the
burden
rest of the crew, I
command
think.
as well as you do.
I'm sure
Just because I
you
like
will
his mustache.
someday. Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
The NCC 823. All I ask is a tall ship. I think I might stop the stream now. I just wanted to kind of give it a go for about how long have I been doing this for?
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment.
Nearly about an hour.
The start of a new
Yeah.
mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it
Or,
as a
or maybe
drug.
one more chapter. All right, one more chapter.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone.
Sit down.
You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Let's do it. Get this bird out of here. The classic Trek that we know and love. Grandiosa more.
That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system.
Such classic Trek.
Ready to go to Warp 8. Hi, Captain. You know what?
Ah.
You take this.
Do I get to choose what to say? Do I get to choose what to say? Oh my gosh, yay! Engage, do it. Oh, I'm gonna... Classic Janeway. Classic Janeway.
Helm, do it.
Here we go.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Do I get to sit? The Exo's chair. Oh,
Whoa. Careful.
Thank you. I'm fine.
thank you.
Really.
I'm just a class.
You don't look fine.
Oh, gotta take my little, whatever, I can't even say that, Geridium. So I'm gonna go to sick bay.
Go.
Wonder how that like impacts the game a bit later on, like timing wise, and you know, if you're kind of running low on it. Like, what happens if we lose our supply? Do we need to like try to go find more and all that kind of stuff? Ooh. Purple things. Like an IV drip,
Well,
I guess.
that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Yay.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on her, but she'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself.
I will.
Your deridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
What is
This
Deridium?
is
Like, is
definitely
it a real
one of the
thing?
more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer.
Ram Dabal.
To be honest,
Dr. D?
I've never met a Kobliad before.
Oi, Dr. D?
You're...
Rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the deridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
I know what it means. And I know the responsibility that comes with it. But I can't be anything more than who I am. And if someone has a problem with that, or expects something else, then that's their problem, not mine.
That's exactly right. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My
Yeah, a lot of
professional
conflict
opinion
happening.
is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind.
Yeah, but you need to
Which
kind
is
of like
never a good
push
headspace
out there
when the
to
lives of your
get
crew are
results,
at
so
stake.
it's what they signed up for.
What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing
Ooh.
his entire career.
What are those eyes for?
Breakthrough discovery.
Learned his lesson. I won't let that happen. No,
innovation.
yeah, no risk, no reward.
Something
That's exactly what I just said.
We all have to chase our dreams, don't we? We need to take some risks. Isn't that why we joined Starfleet?
But
Ooh.
not at the expense
That look
of
was
other
not good.
people's lives. It's too high a price to pay.
Well,
And I have to give you credit for what happened.
I'll be the
on
judge of that.
bridge.
I
It
outrank
took
you.
guts to defy a direct order.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
Sure does.
It's a small ship, and everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure is almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture.
Pretty much
I do feel it's
kicking
my
me out.
responsibility
Like,
to remind
get
you,
out.
without regular infusions of deridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Well, her bedside manner
Understood.
sucks.
Then, my work here is done.
Not gonna help me later on. My guts.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be lurking outside of sickbay. I didn't want to intrude, so it felt more appropriate to wait out here. We were all worried about you. Or I should say I was. I wasn't sure what was happening at first. But then I realized it was your condition.
No need to worry, I'm totally fine.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of
Kind
who
of felt
I
like
am.
it was a bit more in the middle
Well,
of the
being a jerk
response.
sometimes is part of who I am. So, I'm sorry for that. You trusted my intuition earlier, with the deflector pulse. I felt I should thank you for that.
Well, thank you for coming. Even though you didn't have to.
I wanted to.
Complete the diagnostic sequence, and this shuttle will be cleared for service.
Yes, sir.
Storm in the Hotari region
Alright,
will
what have we gotta
interfere with
do?
our transporters.
Little door.
We need all available shuttlecraft in working order.
Excuse me, Commander Turlock.
Petty
Janeway.
Officer Maris. I will leave you
Really
to your
don't know her
work.
name. It's forever gonna be Janeway.
I stopped by sickbay and saw Millie. I figured you'd want to know.
I'm mad how her injuries is all my fault. Do the injuries.
Did the doc get her fixed up?
She's stable. But there's something about the storm's radiation that's making it hard to heal the energy burns.
That doesn't sound good.
She's toughing it out. Dr. Duvall said she'll be back on duty soon, though.
Come on. I have to run the final diagnostic.
Let's do it on the Melville.
I can't stay long. I've got a long to-do list before we get to Hotari, and things are piling on faster than I can check them off.
The only one who's busy, love.
We're making all our last-minute checks and security, too.
Alright, well, I don't want to keep you. Just
Hey, you don't have to keep
head
me
off.
company. If you got
Stop
things to do,
complaining.
go do them.
No. I'm here because of my to-do list.
Oh?
I'm not here to help.
There are some
Like,
things that
that I
never
want to
seem to
help. I'm
have
just
the
here
right
because of the
time.
to-do list.
So why not now? I had a chance to think about this while I was away. Then you and Millie almost got killed out on the hull. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse.
I'll do. Are you okay?
Miranda,
Play dumb.
is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Maybe even better than fine.
Ooh.
What I'm trying to
Are
say
you
is
hitting on me?
we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Ooh. Ooh. What's my reaction? Are you sure I feel the same way? Do I feel the same way?
You
I'm
don't
feeling
have to
lovey.
explain it. I feel the same way. There is something between us.
So, do you want to find out what that something is?
That's a bit too forward.
If it's there for you, and it's there for me,
Let's see where this takes us.
We don't have to put too much pressure on it.
Go with the flow.
Let's just see where this goes.
I like that. Definitely felt some pressure coming down to see you.
Ooh.
These are uncharted territories.
I'd call it a chemistry experiment. You know, with us.
Take it slow.
We can take it slow. It's not a 5-year mission or anything, but we've got plenty of time together.
Well, let's not drag our feet on it.
Level 1 diagnostic complete.
I have to
Level
get back
1
to that to-do
diagnostics
list.
complete.
They're probably looking for me.
Can't blame them.
Which stats was not working.
I'll be seeing you.
It's not updating. Damn it. Okay. Bastard drift. All right. I am going to end it now. Liam, thanks so much for watching, and anybody else who kind of chimed in. Don't know how to see who's actually watching at the moment, and that's part of the whole kind of setup and learning about how Twitch works and OBS and all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, bye. See you next time.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain.